In this special episode, we visited Utah's largest HR conference and interviewed over 20 HR professionals, asking them one question and sharing a few jokes. Let's see what they had to say.
Hey there, I'm Krista Vance, entrepreneur and operations leader.
And I'm Matt Vance, award-winning author and social innovation researcher. We're your hosts of the Culture Profit Podcast.
Your place for purposeful company culture strategy.
Learn from HR pros, executives, and thought leaders how to prioritize profits by prioritizing people.
This episode is sponsored by Mobrium, the best friend of forward-thinking HR leaders, helping you strengthen your employer reputation as a reflection of your real culture.
Learn more at mobrium.com. The Culture Profit Podcast presents: how would you define company culture to a 5-year-old? How would you define company culture to a 5-year-old?
It's like when you're with your friends and everybody has Hot Wheels, you want to make sure that everybody else has Hot Wheels too so you can play together.
Company culture to a 5-year-old would be about when you walk in the door, how do you feel like you belong?
Okay.
So if you go in and you like to play and you want to be there, that's a good company culture. But if you don't want to play and you're uncomfortable, that's not a good company culture.
When does a cheesy joke become a dad joke? When the punchline becomes apparent. Why do scuba divers fall backward off the boat?
Because they're finished.
Close. If they fell forward, they'd still be on the boat.
Oh, okay. That's very good. I love that.
I would describe it as how you feel with people.
Okay, yeah.
So how fun it is and how happy you feel and how much you want to be there.
You might know Murphy's Law.
I do.
Where things go wrong, but what's Cole's Law?
Cole's Law? I don't know. What's Cole's Law?
A salad of thinly sliced cabbage.
No, I had a feeling that's where you were going.
What happens to the clouds when they become rich?
I don't know.
They make it rain.
Nice. That was good.
That is so good because I have a 5-year-old right
Okay,
now.
yeah.
I would say to her that a company culture is what makes you happy when you go to work.
Okay.
It's what makes you have friends when you're at work. What helps you get along with other people, and you find similarities. And so for her, she loves Barbie, so it's I'm able to find a group of people that like to play Barbies with me, or so I think it's finding similarities that bring you together.
It's a sandbox that you want to play in.
How good they make them feel in the classroom and how well you feel about being in a group that you are in.
Company culture is where everybody in your classroom gets to love everything and everybody.
Why should you not wear a belt made out of newspaper?
Ooh, I don't know. Why?
Because it's a waste of paper. Why'd the hipster burn his tongue?
Something about him being too cool.
He was drinking his coffee before it was cool.
Before it was cool.
You know how you feel when you're on the playground and you're excited and you're having fun and there's no bully nearby that you're afraid of? It's lurking in the side. It's going to make you give up your lunch money or something like that. That's culture.
What should you do if your dog chases people on a bike?
Run the other way.
That's a good option. Or you could take the dog's bike away. You could take the
Very
dog away.
true.
Or you could
You
take
are-
the dog's bike away.
You're overestimating
Oh
the
my God.
skills of my dog.
Company culture is like getting up in the morning and eating your little cereal at the table and crunching every little yummy piece and then going, that was so good, can I have another bowl?
Kindness, like a kind workplace, and people are trust each other, that they can rely on each other. Yeah, kindness.
What does a kitten become after she's 7 days old?
A cat, of course, everyone knows that.
That's true. Or she becomes 8 days old.
You know, there's a lot of dad jokes out there, But see, you have to be able to store your dad jokes, and so I store mine in a database.
Why don't you ever see hippos hiding in trees?
I don't know. Why don't you?
Because they're really good at it.
Oh.
I was going to say, here's playing with your favorite toys, and you can come back and play with them at any time you want to because it's so much fun.
I would say it's the feel that you get when you walk into the room of like the atmosphere. So let's say when you go to the circus, you see the bright lights and the flashy things. It's what makes you want to be there and be part of the organization. It also could be like if you walked into a haunted house, you're like, oh, get me the heck out of here too. So it's the little hairs that stick up on the end, it's almost like intuition and just how you feel.
I would say it's the way that you get to have your chicken nuggets and fries, how you get to eat them, and how you can or cannot share them is how I would explain it.
Okay.
Or I would go with a Lego example it's the rules of the Lego box, what you can and cannot do, and where you can and cannot take the Legos to play with them.
Why shouldn't you eat a clock?
Why?
It's time consuming. Why was the poor man selling yeast?
Ooh, why was a poor man selling yeast? That's a tough one, actually.
To raise some dough.
People believe and act and do their job at work.
It's not a single thing. Company culture is the people, the friends, the community around you. That defines the company culture.
How do you put a baby astronaut to sleep?
I don't know.
Rocket.
So I love the biology type definition of culture where it's conditions suitable for growth.
Okay.
So I would probably liken it to that, of like culture's like a plant.
Okay.
You have to have the right dirt, you have to have water, you have to have sunlight, you have to have all those things in place for the plant to grow. And when the plant grows, that's when it comes out and it's beautiful and everyone can enjoy it.
Don't be a dick. Okay, that's a little inappropriate for a 5-year-old, I'll give you that. But be kind.
Be kind.
A kind culture is what makes the world better.
What's the saddest cheese?
Blue cheese.
Oh, nailed it. Oh! The first correct answer of the day. When is a door not a door?
When is a door not a door? I'm going to have to succeed to that. I am not sure.
When it's a jar.
I have a daughter that was on a soccer team, and they were called the Blue Sparkles.
Okay.
And the Blue Sparkles wore sparkles in their hair, and they act like sparkly, and they came together and they cheered for Blue Sparkles, and they embraced Blue Sparkles, and that was a great culture for them. So that's like going to work, to your Blue Sparkle work, and being happy.
How does Lady Gaga like her sushi?
Well, she wears it.
Okay. I was going to say rah, 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 rah.
My mind first goes to Play-Doh. Is the Play-Doh cool? Are we making cool stuff? Are we having fun? Are things progressing and are we building things together? Or is it just mayhem and Play-Doh's being eaten and thrown around? What's the culture there for you? What you want to be a part of? You might want to be in the culture where it's being eaten, and that's okay. That's a fun culture. Could be crazy, creative. Or do you want to be somewhere where it's structured, and is that the type of person you are? Find that culture that fits you. So what kind of Play-Doh do you want to play with? That's my answer.
I would say that it's sharing your pudding and maybe not rubbing it all over the other guy's face, but giving him the spoon. Yeah, and your toys.
And your toys. Why did Waldo meditate?
I don't know. Why did Waldo meditate?
He had to do some introspection. He was trying to find himself.
Oh my God.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Little old lady.
Little old lady who?
I didn't know you can yodel.
How we all interact together.
Well, it's kind of like the house rules. It's how what we do around the house and how we treat each other around the house and some of the maybe unspoken rules around the house.
How can I get over my fear of speed bumps?
I don't know.
slowly get over it. Oh, chiller.
I would define it as how people make you feel as well as how you make other people feel within your organization. I guess a 5-year-old wouldn't know what organization means, but just how you make each other feel around each other and how safe you are with each other.
Why should you never try to write with a broken pencil?
Why should you not try to write with a broken pencil? Because you might hurt yourself.
That's a
You might get a splinter.
very possible option.
Yes.
Or because it's pointless.
Employee engagement, retention, and overall motivation.
What did the judge say to the dentist?
What did the judge say to the dentist? Ooh, this is going to be a good one. I don't know, just drill it?
Hey, that's pretty good. I like that. Here's the answer from the card.
Okay.
Do you swear to pull the whole tooth and nothing but the tooth?
Oh, I like that. I like it.
It's the way that you feel at work. If it makes you happy or sad or if it makes you want to do a better job.
What do you do when a farmer asks you to round him up 37 sheep?
Oh no, this is a dad joke, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. What's the answer?
Tell him 40.
Wow.
Thanks for tuning in to the Culture Profit Podcast and for being a part of our journey to prove that putting people first is best for business.
Today's episode was sponsored by Mowbray.
Want to get more employee reviews and streamline your employer reputation? Visit mowbray.com.
Now go find one way to prioritize your people and watch your profits grow.